mean, every part of this is it's like it's just a bad dream, you know. I mean,
wow.
Like, hey, that's really what it is.
You
see him?
Yes.
I told you.
There you go, YouTube. There you fucking go. That's the villain of the new Ghostbusters movie. They gave him a bow tie. That is our villain. That Stay Puft Marshmallow.
Don't
turd. He looks like he fell off the Stay Puft Marshmallow's ass.
I don't know about that. I mean, honestly, like I said, it just looks like the Ghostbusters logo with shark teeth.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, like if Pee Wee Herman possessed the Ghostbusters logo, that would be Roman.
Yeah. You know what?
Filed off his teeth, of course.
Why do they feel the need they have to confirm the main villain? Why? Leave some imagination to the story. They were just fine with the trailer, not showing who was behind it all. Now we know it's just this thing.
Well, apparently it's Chris Hemsworth and the thing.
Okay, I see Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
That guy can change from Thor to this guy, and that is amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But he's wearing a Ghostbusters outfit, so he does join them at some point.
Yeah, I mean, he's supposed to be their secretary.
Okay. I was going to say, is he their... what was that guy's name?
Steve Irwin.
No, the fifth Ghostbusters.
Lewis?
The fifth Ghostbuster.
Yeah, Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis. Yeah, was that Lewis? Yeah, I thought that was going to be him.
He was the guy from My Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah. Welcome, Captain Skillet, to the show, I guess. It's easier. So, are you ready to see the villain? It's apparently Chris Hemsworth, Thor, this cat, and this dude. That is the main villain of the new
That looks like a reject toothbrush mascot, like toothpaste.
I like that. That's pretty...
Minty fresh breath.
Crest Care.
Crest Supreme Care.
Hey, that explains all the blue ghosts.
Holy crap, they're not blue, they're just mint flavored.
You just explained the whole entire plot of the film.
It's not a crime on ghosts. It's a crime on... It's not a war on ghosts. It's a war on plaque. Or like an off-brand Michelin man. I don't know. I like the toothbrush.
You got it right the first time.
Toothpaste guy.
And maybe this is just a really elaborate Crest commercial. You think? Could this be the biggest pwn in like the history of advertising?
That's true. I mean, think about what they did with the interview. Was that really just like a big thing, or was it a good hype machine for the movie?
Or are they going to do like Michael Jackson did in what's the name of the movie? Moonwalker. It's just a big advertisement.
It's just a big advertisement for Oz Music. So this is clearly a Ghostbusters tie-in with Crest Multicare.
Yeah, I think that's the case, definitely. I mean, because look, even Jillian Holtzman in one shot, she's like, check out my pearly whites, you know? And you can actually see the sparkle. It's crazy.
Wow. Melissa McCarthy lost a lot of weight.
Did you see the Minty Fresh ghosts?
Yeah,
there they are. Minty Fresh, bruised crest. See, all those people running the cars, it makes sense now. They're on their way to buy their toothbrushes.
But you know what?
Proton
it still doesn't explain the time travel.
They're going back to a time when people used to floss.
Well, see, okay, and here I'll show you where the time travel occurs. All right, go ahead and jump to. Let's see where it is. I actually have this loaded up in video editing software right now, so let's see. This is right about...
It's got to be like one...
It's before the wig thing. Here it is.
Why is Thor the bad guy?
138.
138.
Looks like. Or, no, I'm sorry. 140, exactly. It goes from Blu-rays and Twinkies to a Boris Karloff picture and Taxi Driver and Chop Suey and museums. And the buildings fade and they become the old buildings. Okay? You see that?
Yeah, we're watching it. Yeah, look, see? Oh, wait, look at that.
I don't know, but you see the pearly whites on that ghost?
No.
I'm just looking for the Crest billboard. That's what I'm looking for.
Jackson.
Maybe it's like Crest has been a company for a long time.
Taxi driver.
Gotta make sure you get that Sony logo in the back in the middle with the ghost flying right at you.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing, too, right, is like Sony really did have no presence in the U.S. in like the 70s. So, I mean, they sure as hell couldn't afford that billboard.
Well, you know, they don't. The new people ain't gonna know that.
And you know what else, too? Like, the buildings in the landscape are in the background.
Both are.
I mean, you gotta believe that those things weren't there then either. But, honestly, here's something that I figured out, too. In this shot of the Times Square, right?
Yeah.
You know there's only 4 real things in that photo?
The actresses?
No, it's the no, because even they look fake as fuck. I'd give it to the cars.
Well, yeah, okay, the taxi car. You know, I really don't think. I think that that's a combination of photos and yeah. I mean, I really don't think that those are actually there because if you look, all right, let's just back it up here. It's right, and I know I sound like I'm trying to defend.
It's the year 2016. Why do we have such awful CGI effects? Is it for like? Is it for like on purpose? Like, let's try to recreate the magic of the old one. So let's use fucking 80s crap CGI.
I'm breaking this down frame by frame right now. And actually, in this opening shot, I can see that there's still a lot of CGI to be worked on here because there's actually ghosts that just appear out of the middle of nowhere. Like in one shot, right, like next to Patty on the far right, during the beginning, there are no ghosts, and then there are like 2, 4, 6.
They just fade in.
And
that's awful.
I see. I mean, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be.
Oh my gosh! No shit.
They just warp right in. But you know what? Whatever. You can always explain it. They're ghosts. They do what they want.
I don't know. I mean, at some point, you break it down to the point where it's like, oh my god, did you see that pixel?
Right. But at the same time, it's like, come on, guys. CGI, I mean, if we can make... Like, look at Star Wars. I can't say Star Wars, because the prequels were awful.
Well, and see, to back up the whole green screen thing, right? Right after the wig thing, the pan-up shot on this long leg ghost, all this is clearly green screen. Okay? I mean, like, you can see it.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's because, and then, like, the shot of Aaron Gilbert, just look at how brightly she's lit.
Yeah.
That is just totally unfinished. And then the guns pop out. Those look so... I mean, that's like Call of Duty.
Oh, mama, lick them guns.
I mean, those are so bright compared to the rest of her uniform.
I feel like I'm watching a Call of Duty Zombies game.
And then you got Chris Hemsworth.
I'm trying to figure out what's in the room. Because he's kicking in a door, and it looks like he's breaking into, like, a water treatment facility or something.
Oh, he's going... Or it could be down in the basement.
So yeah, maybe this is a scene before the ghost run free. Like, he pops open that machine where they store the ghosts.
So you think that that's the containment?
Yeah.
This is literally just coming out of... I mean, all right.
I don't know.
Could you have done that shot?
I really don't. Could I have done it? No.
No, I'd have been gagging, and I'd be like, you want it? What?
No.
That's what she's the pro, I guess.
No, because, like, why? Why? There's no reason.
It's just showing the ectoplasm that she's possessed, right?
Pretty much. But, like, again, why would there be ectoplasm oozing out of her? You know?
They could have just gave her like a glow around her, and that would have been enough to say she's possessed.
Or do the typical eye thing.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever. Or make it funny, you know, make the nose glow or something, or like, you know, have a green hue to the cheeks, or maybe the eyebrows are turned. I don't know. Whatever.
And then
now I sound like I'm just trying to pop out bad ideas. So.
And then she grabs that chick and just throws her out the window, and the black chick is like, "No, I gotcha." and then her neck does a 360.
You know, looking at the proton pack early on in the trailer too, they're like featuring how cool the proton pack is, and it's not that great, but like they're panning up, okay, and you see that little nuclear heart logo, which okay, you know, I'm not gonna really critique that at all, but then there's the foreshot of it laying on the table here, and you can actually see where the nuclear heart logo is.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be there, and it's not.
Especially when they just showed it right there. It's literally right there next to the damn thing.
Yeah, they're like, hey, look at the little heart logo. And then, oh my God, the heart logo's gone. Why? Why would you feature that and then do that?
Yeah, make it seem like it's such a big fucking deal.
Yeah. You know?
And then in the next shot.
I mean, it's literally the next shot. And there's nothing there. And we're looking at the right place. Okay? I mean, you can see there is the red coil next to it. There are green LEDs. It's a square box. It looks a little rigid. And it's, I don't know, 3 by like 2 in size. And it's not there.
Yeah, I mean.
At all. That's on the editing team, I think, too. Because I'm sure that that's a feature they add last. But you know what? If you wanted to have that establishing shot, shoot it after the film.
Yeah.
And just have it coincide. Don't do that. That's just tacky. But it's the first thing from the new movie that they show, which is a piece of graffiti underground, okay, on the subway. And they actually have a CGI implemented piece of graffiti right there. That is fake. That is 100% fake. And why? Okay, now I know why. Because obviously the city of New York probably said to them, hey, you can't spray paint graffiti. And they're like, oh, well, you know, we'll just add it in afterwards or whatever. Or they decided that, you know, these days paying a high-profile street artist to do your logo like some everyday guy, it's a little, you know.
They literally could have got Tommy from the prop department, told him to make a wall, and then do that.
They could have. They could have had, you know, the child that attends the high-profile kindergarten down the street come over and doodle in Photoshop and get that. Moving along. Man.
A new team will answer the call. And then the Minty Ghost shows up.
And yeah, the Minty Ghost who is spraying her genuine, authentic slime, okay? Because that's actually real slime on set that they're using. Which, again, going back to the graffiti, why the hell would you have real slime
in a fake ghost? Yeah.
You know what this really is at the end of the day? This is people walking in the footsteps of giants. Okay? Like, because you look at Melissa McCarthy, who is walking in the footsteps of Peter Venkman, who was played by Bill Murray, who was on SNL.
Right.
Okay? And what's Melissa McCarthy? She was on SNL. Oh God, you know, and then you go back to the others, and it's like the same exact story. But you know what the difference is? The difference is that the original cast of the movie wrote and developed the story.
True. So they were able to.
These guys didn't do it.
Yeah, I can give you that. They were able to instill their personality and their into their jokes.
Yeah.
Their jokes had more so, I guess, is what it would come down to.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, there's something to be said about living in the generation we do today. And one of the things, unfortunately, is that it's all been done. You know, and this is why you have actors who potentially, in an original creation, would normally be amazing, but they're just cattle prodded into doing something like this, and it just ruins all credibility.
So, if you see Ghostbusters on the shelf and you want and it's a beer, are you reaching for it, or are you going to wait till it goes on sale?
You know what? the curiosity factor is still going to get the better of me.
And you're going to buy it?
I'm going to take a sip, and depending upon how the first 3 seconds, how long it takes to process, I will give it another go, and then the nostalgia is going to be flowing over me, and I'm going to be like, all right, you know what, we'll see how this goes. Take another sip. Pretty soon that sip becomes a chug. A few minutes later, it's 45 minutes later, and the really bad green screen and effects are coming into play. And then I'm like, oh my god, I'm feeling a little nauseous. So, I don't know. We'll see how much of that I can take. But
we'll talk about that one for another time. So Ghostbusters, we're both going to give it a Let's hope.
Let's hope. Let's hope that I haven't been waiting for another Ghostbusters movie for the last, I don't know, 28 years for nothing. Because, that would kind of suck.
Yeah. Well, will I be there opening night? Probably not. Will I be there a week or two after it's been out so I can hear what people think? Probably.
I will be there opening night with wigs on.
There you go. And I have been Sombearo. That has been my homie Shane from AdvertisingNuts. Until next time, deuces.
See ya.
Ghost makes a kid with Sombearo. 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 Dude, this is an outro, man. This is an outro. Holy shit, it's an outro. Holy shit. Ghost makes a kid with Sombearo. Dude, this is an outro, man. This is an outro. Holy shit, it's an outro. Holy shit. Holy shit. Ghost makes a kid with Sombearo. Ghost makes a kid with Sombearo. Ghost makes a kid with